Welcome everybody, it's tractorchute here for Fail Me Thursday, and I think that's what I'm going to do every Thursday now. I thought about it. Every Thursday I'm going to do the fails that I get sent to me for the Friday challenge, which will be upcoming tomorrow with the build of specialty units only. If you don't remember, you can only use Ghosts and Ravens as Terran. You can only use Mothership Cores and High Templars, Warp them in the Archons if you want, as the Protoss, and you have the Infestors along with the Vipers for the Zerg, which is the hardest in my opinion. So here we go. These are a bunch of fails, or at least I hope they're fails. And I can tell you right now in the bottom right hand corner is RayToss, and correct me if I'm wrong, on the loading screen didn't even have a level 1 beside his name. You realize he's unranked, but I always thought you at least had a 1 beside your name, but maybe I am wrong. Maybe 0 games means you've never seen the game in your life. RayToss, for all he knows, is playing some sort of star game where he crafts all sorts of jewelry. Anyways, if you would think this would be the game for our good man in the bottom left-hand corner of BrickS, he should have this figured out, playing a man who has no idea what this game is. So it'll be BrickS versus RayToss, and we're going to have a Terran attempt at this baby here, as BrickS did send this in. So he will be attempting the Ghost/Raven type build here. Take a look at our APM. We know they're high rollers. Rolling around the 30 mark. Not too shabby. Take a look at the production tab. We're going to get ourselves a Cyber Core and already getting the Ghost Academy. So very, very smart out of BrickS. Down here, seems that RayToss knows what he's doing to a certain degree. Has the 2 pylons put together with the 1 gateway, putting out the Z-Lot with the Cyber Core finishing up. I almost think RayToss might have watched a few games or maybe heard about it before, because he seems to know what he's doing here. So I am going to hand it to him. For a man that had nothing beside his name for a ranking, he seems to be doing all right for himself here. Does appear at the other end there, BrickS has found some sort of guinea pig to go down there and beat the crap out of those plates on the ground here, and I'm not entirely sure why everybody beats on those. I think they're kind of cool. But either way, he's beating on with his little tiny pick. They're very, very weird looking when he does that. At the other end, Z-Lot's going to stand at the top of the ramp. He's going to get the second. Oh, he's not. I thought it was going to be a second gateway. He has the robot facility, even though I have the production tab up there. I could care less to look at it, apparently. We have a Stalker and a Z-Lot out already for RayToss here, and he's going down with 2 more gateways. This man is looking damn good, I must say. Maybe he played a shit ton of Wings of Liberty, and now he's just getting into this one. Getting turrets in the base there for the middle line. Very smart move, is all he's going to be able to do is get out some Ghosts. Ghosts, actually, to be honest with you, are very good if you can start using their skills, get them masked up, use their snipe ability and their nukes and that there. You could actually be fairly useful getting the Ghosts there. So he's already got the factory up. Starport's coming up right behind it there, so very well done so far by BrickS. We'll probably slow this baby down. Almost feel like we're going way too fast here. Already an observer coming across the map here, so RayToss does want to know what he's up against, and he is going to run right into this turret, hopefully for BrickS here. Or not, he's going to go right to the front. So this will give him a good scan. It's not going to tell him a whole lot, as BrickS does basically have 1 of everything, except for the barracks, which he does have 2, and did get a good snipe with that missile turret there, so very well done there. Already, wow, already has the Immortal, the 2 Stalkers. Apparently nobody told RayToss that probes do not go in the army, so you live, you learn, my good man. Fair enough, you can bring them out in your army if you wish. In fact, I believe that we had a game the other day there where basically the guy sent all his freaking SCVs with his army. So there you go. Don't know if that was yesterday or prior to, but either way. Now we are going to get the expansion going out there. Do get the scan going down here. We'll have enough vision. There he goes. So he does actually see the Nexus go down there. So has a good idea that his partner or his opponent has expanded. Goes to take up 2 spots in the bunker. So you can only fit 2 per bunker there. I would have to imagine he's going to start. You got to have a lot of barracks to do this build here. You're either going to rush with the Ghost, but more than likely you're going to have to wait until you get like 4 or 5 barracks just spitting them out there, because they do have a bit of a build time, I do believe. Let's actually take a look at the Ghost, because I'm actually kind of curious. 40-second build time. So a little bit less than what a Reaper builds, a little bit more than what a Marauder builds. So not a bad build time. So you're definitely going to want to probably get 4, 5, 6, 7 barracks out, something like that there. And then the Ravens as well. It's really going to come down to how skilled you are with the hotkeys as to whether or not you're going to be able to win this challenge or not here, especially with the Terran units, because you will have to be using their spells. This is electing to get down the sensor tower as well as BrickS there, so very well done. Down here does have a warping pylon at the bottom. RayToss actually does look like he knows what he's doing, aside from the fact he still has this retarded probe here that seems to be walking around with the army, thinking he's part of the crew. Maybe he's trying just to join in there, hope nobody notices. Yeah, I'll have you on this stock. I'm gonna look like a pretty cool dude here walking around with these guys. But either way, he does have another guy standing. Whoa, really has a lot of idle probes standing around. Gets another Immortal out here. So he's getting a very good army going here. Is getting the Thermal Lance at the same time. So Colossi probably will be coming out fairly quickly here. Let's take a look. Yes, there's a Colossi right there ready to come out onto the field here. Let's take a look at these guys I'm motored on here. 40 APM now. Wow, RayToss is getting better and better. He's impressing me with each little click of that mouse. Thermal Lance is halfway done. Colossi is about halfway done. Getting the command center down is BrickS here, so very well done there. Also has another barracks going down, so very smart move there. At the other end, doesn't have any more production facilities. Once he gets that second base up and going here, I would have to imagine we're probably going to see a couple more gateways and maybe a second robo facility. Doesn't look like he's going with any sort of air units here at this point in time. Does have both of the Nexuses queued up on to the natural there. I was just checking his gas count. So it is 3-3 on both the gas up there. He's getting a second gas here. And he's doing a fairly heavy gas build, so he's going to definitely have to get the gas pumping out as much as he can here. Down the other end, he does get that ladder and has enough time to actually put down a lot of the bunkers here. So very well done by BrickS so far. He's doing a very good job. Does have the ghosts that are all out there. Do they have the cloak ability? Yes, they do. So he did get the research cloak ability. And if I can find that Ghost Academy here, is getting Planetary Fortress at the bottom, as you can see there. Does not have any nukes. That's a little bit of a surprise. I would have thought you would use your ghost to use the nukes here. This is one of the sickest things you can do in this game, but fair enough. I guess you don't want to use that. He's still, on the other hand, will have the sniping ability and the EMP round as well. So not too shabby so far here. He's getting 3 bunkers at the front door. When you're putting ghosts in the bunker, it's not overly helpful to have that. But at the same time, it definitely doesn't hurt to have bunkers by no means there, because you can really only fit 2 in there. Supply blocked at the moment is RayToss here. Is 76 to 44, which is to be expected when you're doing this challenge here. Your food count isn't going to be phenomenal by no means there. Spit Note goes left, right, and center. I think the downfall so far, he needs some more barracks. You got to be working at least 6 of these barracks here in order to make this build even viable. There's the Ravens getting out there, so I do like to see that so far here. You get enough Ravens on there and you can plant these secret missiles. Like, these are the type of games that are going to allow you to win this challenge, or games where your opponent doesn't attack you. I mean, we're at the 13-minute mark. It's given BrickS enough time to where he should have enough units out by the time he does get attacked. And if you can mass up Ghosts and Ravens, they're very deadly combos as long as you're very skillful with your hotkeys there. You start dropping down secret missiles left, right, and center. A little bit surprised RayToss didn't drop down some more pylons there. Finally, a second pylon ends up going down there to get him on supply block for the second time there. And he is continuing to spit out the Colossi units here. So in the meantime, he doesn't have a lot of anti-air. So if we do start massing these Ravens out, which is another thing that's not really happening, only building 1 at a time, might want to get 2 starports going and start getting both these really saturated. Maybe look at getting a 3rd out. You're not being bothered. It only has 4 units at the bottom there. The Planetary is definitely going to be a big help having it in natural there. It does scan, so realize there's a pretty hefty army at the other end there. You probably don't want to meet that head on, because your only chance is to have a mass amount of secret missiles, or at least be able to put out a defensive nuke if you do get in that situation, which either one of those are going to be a viable option for BrickS at this point in time. There we go. We do get the second Raven out there. I do believe that is the second. Yes, second Raven. So 2 Ravens and 7 Ghosts. A little bit surprising, 14 minutes in. He doesn't have a few more units out like this here. A little bit surprised we have a lot of idle barracks here at the same time here. Really should be spitting them out. They're really, yeah, they're not that bad. 200 money, 100 gas. So you really could start spitting out a couple more. He's got 800 bucks and 400 gas here. So I think he's really trying to determine what kind of compilation he wants to do between the two, whether or not he wants more Ravens or more Ghosts. In my opinion, I would honestly have more Ravens, because if you get into a really big engagement, you start dropping down secret missiles left, right, and center, you could drop that army in a heartbeat and then maybe follow up with a small army of Ghosts that may be sitting in the back or something like that. But either way, look at this. He's being out macroed really bad by a man that had nothing beside his name. So I'm getting a little bit worried here, BrickS, as it does look like you're probably going to look at going down here. You really need to start getting those expansions out. Your opponent hasn't attacked you at all. He's not doing a whole heck of a lot other than macroing the heck out of this game. He's actually doing decent, I will say that, but he's not doing anything as far as aggression goes, and that's where you really need to take advantage when you're doing this build. Start pumping units. You need more production. Yeah, really, like, look at this here. We are, what are we, 16 minutes in here, and we are now getting the upgrades at the armory, basically getting the armor upgrade and the vehicle and ship plating. Now I might be a little bit confused here. I don't too sure what vehicles and plate armor is going to do for you, but maybe he thinks the Ghosts are packing heavy armor. I have no idea, but either way, that is definitely an upgrade that's not going to help BrickS at all there, but I will forgive that. That is quite fine. Maybe he's playing an off race. I really can't remember what BrickS plays as a natural race, to be honest with you. But either way, he does need to start getting some more production on these Ravens here and start pumping out some more units. Look at $800 and 200 gas at this current time. Raven costs they do cost 200 gas, so they are fairly expensive here. Does have 4 workers on here though, so he's definitely spitting out gas quicker than what he can handle there. Does have the ghost coming out here. Doesn't have a nuke, so I'm not entirely sure why he's sending a single ghost out. Usually the only reason you ever do that is if you are going to go out for a nuke. And here we go. This army's going to start moving across the map here. And in all honesty, look at that bankroll, 1,300 at this point in time. I realize it's a heavy gas build, but at the same time, you got to be spitting out some more stuff with that money here. He's going to be a little bit of trouble. Doesn't have enough Ravens. He's got 3 of them. That's 3 secret missiles. Doesn't have really enough to use this to fend this off here. You can actually launch a couple per Raven, I guess, so that's about 6 altogether if you want to look at it that way. Does have another ghost scouting around, so he's basically looking around to see where his opponent is on the map. Like, here we go. Times like this, if you can get up on the high ground there and you'll start launching a nuke to get him out of there, carry about 4 or 5 nukes. And he's moving back. A little bit surprising RayToss is electing to get out of here. Maybe feels that BrickS has a bigger army than he has actually there. At the other end, he does send, so he has revealed the fact that he has ghosts. So this will help a little bit here. He is going to elect to shoot that pylon for no reason. Not entirely sure why he's doing that. It's only down 137, 292. He's getting a fairly hefty army. 15 ghosts and 4 ravens so far here. Ghost does turn around and get himself incinerated. Not entirely sure why he had that ghost stand there doing nothing. But either way, he has got his vision now. He does realize that we do have some Colossi on the field, and there's a very heavy Colossi count. Should automatically tell him to start spitting all those ravens left, right, and center. There's the second starport there. So very smart by BrickS there. He will start spitting out the ravens left, right, and center here. So very good move there. Does need to get that third expo out though. It really needs a much heavier gas count than what he's packing at this current time here. This is obviously not going to work. Has 2 on this and 4 on this. Maybe a little bit more attention paid to the game might also help as well. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe he's visiting with somebody, watching ballet on TV, or maybe just tugging one off to the other computer. I'm not entirely sure. But either way, should definitely start paying attention to his build here because he is really running low on that gas here, which is quite natural. But when you're mining 2 the whole time off of there and 4 off this one, not going to help you much at all there. Take a look, does have 4 ravens. He realistically is going to need about 6, maybe 7 ravens in this battle here because he is going to need to have a ton of secret missiles dropping down in order to clean this army up here. The ghosts aren't going to do a whole heck of a lot. Ghosts are going to be more useful for the EMP as well as the nukes if you can get them out there. There's a third finally going down for BrickS there. But at that time, he's got to realize the third's already down here. He's got double upgrades going. He's got 14 workers on his third, 16 on the main, and another 15 on the main, sorry. The 14 was down at the natural there. 16 on the natural, sorry. So yeah, he is up 6654 in worker count. So it could be fairly interesting. He might have a chance. If he can get a couple more of these ravens out here, then we might start to get a bit of a battle happening here. But he is going to stick to 4. He's not building anything else out of his starports. Does have enough gas if he chooses to do so. So it will be very interesting to see whether or not he is aware of how to use the EMP. Sniper rounds are kind of handy, but you need a mass amount of ghosts, which I guess he does have 17. So it is a fairly decent number here. A little bit surprised none of these guys have elected move. I could probably speed this baby up and watch this at 2 times to see what's going to happen here. There's another big warping. Templars are now warping on the field here. Is he going to arc on those Templars, or are we going to see some storm action in this baby here? We'll soon find out here. Does just have a massive amount. Oh, there they are. Archons coming out. So it does have 8 Templars on the field, or 8 Colossi on the field. So very hefty on the Colossi count here. Both these guys with very big armies. There's the scan on the third. So now you can see how saturated that third is. He can see the double upgrades are coming. So he's got to realize at this point in time, he better keep up on the upgrades. And I think he's too late spitting all these expansions now. So there's another one going down. Obviously, the opponent's going to move across at this point in time as he's pretty much maxed out in food here. He's going to take a chance at this here, praying that he's not up against a fairly heavy air army, which usually you're a pretty safe bet when you're playing against Terran here. So there he does. Moves into the range of the center tower here. So this will tell him right away that the army's coming here. So I hope BrickS is paying attention here. But from what I've seen, he's probably sleeping on his desk because this is going to get a little bit ridiculous here. He is going to start moving into that base here. Now, let's see whether or not he knows how to use these secret missiles. He's actually going point defense drone. Now, I don't know if that would have been my choice. I honestly think that he's better off using these secret missiles. He is actually going to start shooting away with the cloak ghost there. I do not believe we have any form. There's the secret missiles going down there. That's what I think he should have done to begin with there. There we go. That's really going to start melting this army. He has no vision down here. These ghosts are really going to work here. They're going to do a ton of damage and hopefully start to take out a lot of these Colossi here. There we go. Colossi just melting one after another in the back here. He is really going to work here. A little bit surprised we don't have the observer on the field as of yet. Still not even building an observer, I don't believe here. If we take a look, yes, that was the unit out. Wow, cleaned it up. If he moves across the map now, now. He might have a chance. We could have a win with Terran. Let's see. No, he's sitting back. I am very surprised. He's got to realize that he just melted a very heavy army. There we go. Now he's moving across here, and he has to realize that was probably the majority of the army, as he did melt a lot of Colossi here. Now, we do have a lot of Zealots. A little bit surprised we have not seen the detection come out. Still, he's electing to go Colossi. So now I'm going back to my point. Maybe that nothing beside your name does mean he thinks he's playing a star building game, because this is getting ridiculous. You just got your ass whooped by Cloak Ghost, and you are not putting on an observer. But at the same time, BrickS is sitting back. There we go, finally moving across here. I realize he's trying to save the energy for the Ghost. If he does get in here, this is going to be very deadly. We still don't have an observer on the map, nor has he elected to build one, nor does he have a cannon. This is really bad for him here. We're going to get the move in here. This could actually be a win. I honestly casted this blind, so if it is, you will see this Friday. We'll not see this tonight. I will tell you, this Thursday night tonight. So he is going to move in there. There's the Cloak. They're really going to basically one-shot these Zealots here. He's going to move right to the middle here. And here we go. He does stop, and here we go. GG's right there when he sees that. Why would you do that? You knew they were on the map. You knew they came across you. GG'd it right away knowing they were there. Why would you not build detection, RayToss? Very well done. Congrats, my man. I'm happy to see people are starting to defeat this. I give my congrats to you, BrickS. My condolences to you, RayToss. It's not a star building game. I'll leave you with this. If you got the wings and the feathers, the peroxide on the back, please don't peel the right side, because mama's growing hair on her back. Thanks so much for watching. You be good. Don't hurt nobody. Peace.